Hi, I'm Marcus. I served 8 years in special operations, but that's about all I can say about it. Some things are better left in the past, you know? The morning sun hit my face as I checked the security monitors at Westfield Corporate Center. Not glamorous work, but it pays the bills and keeps me busy. After the military, I needed something straightforward. No decisions about who lives or dies, just making sure nobody steals office equipment. My phone buzzed. Grandma Rose again, reminding me about the family barbecue this weekend. I couldn't miss another one without hearing about it for months. You're coming this time, right? Richard is grilling those ribs you like. I'll be there, Grandma. Promise. Good. And Diana is making her potato salad. You know, your brother's been doing real well at the bank. Just got another promotion. Always about Richard, the golden child, the one who stayed home, went to college, married the perfect woman, and never saw a day of combat. Saturday rolled around too quickly. I parked my 10-year-old Honda next to Richard's shiny BMW in Grandma Rose's driveway. Well, look who decided to grace us with his presence. Richard flipped burgers on the grill, gold watch flashing in the sunlight. Hey, bro, good to see you too. Diana approached with her perfect smile. Marcus, it's been too long. Her hug felt rehearsed. How's the security guard business? Richard smirked. Security consultant. And it's fine. Aunt Elaine swooped in for a hug. Marcus, honey, you look thin. Are you eating? I manage. Uncle Frank nodded from his lawn chair, beer in hand. So the mysterious military man returns. Still not talking about all those classified missions, huh? I forced a smile. You know I can't, Frank. Convenient. Grandma Rose saved me, appearing with a plate of food. Leave him be, Frank. Marcus served our country. The afternoon dragged on until Richard cornered me by the cooler. So what exactly did you do over there? Because I was talking to Jim Wilson at the VFW, and he said they have no record of you in any special operations unit. You know I can't talk about it, Richard. Can't or won't because there's nothing to talk about. Diana joined us. Richard says lots of guys pretend they did special stuff in the military to seem important. Did he now? I grabbed another beer. Aunt Elaine overheard. Marcus, sweetie, we'd just love to hear about your service. It would make us so proud. I told you it's classified. Uncle Frank laughed. Yeah, so classified even the VA doesn't know about it, right? That's not how it works, Frank. Richard put his arm around Diana. I'm just saying it's weird that my own brother won't share anything about 6 years of his life. 8 years, I corrected. Whatever. Richard shrugged. Just seems fishy. I made an excuse and left early. Grandma Rose walked me to my car. Don't mind them, dear. I believe you. Thanks, Grandma. Later that night, scrolling through Facebook, I froze. Richard had posted, interesting how some people claim military service but can't provide a single detail. Stolen valor, maybe? Family members aren't immune from questions. 28 likes, including Diana, Uncle Frank, and surprisingly, Aunt Elaine. Only Grandma Rose had commented, this isn't right, Richard. I shut my laptop, so that's how it was going to be. My phone buzzed with texts the next morning. Dude, did you see what the American Veterans Alliance posted about you? I checked their page and found a post questioning my service record with my photo from Grandma Rose's barbecue. Comments called me disgusting, a fraud, a disgrace. Tagged, Richard. I called immediately. What the hell are you doing? Just bringing truth to light. If you served honorably, show your papers. You know why I can't. Neither does the Veterans Alliance or the 3 other organizations I contacted yesterday. You're actively trying to ruin my reputation? I'm protecting our family name. Mom and Dad left you extra money because they believed your stories. That should have been split evenly. So that's what this was about. Money. Aunt Elaine showed up at my door looking upset. Marcus, this has to stop. Richard showed me Department of Defense emails. They have no record of you in any special operations. Those records are classified, Aunt Elaine. That's what people who fake service always say. Uncle Frank is furious. As a Vietnam vet, this feels personal to him. I took an oath. Stop it. We've supported you for years, and now we look like fools. Who made you look like fools? Me or Richard? He showed me proof, actual documentation. After she left in tears, Grandma Rose called. They're all at my house planning something. Come over. At Grandma Rose's, I found Richard, Diana, Uncle Frank, and Aunt Elaine gathered at the table. Well, if it isn't G.I. Joke, Uncle Frank snorted. Richard held up a folder. I've got your service record right here, or lack thereof. That's not my complete record. Because it doesn't exist, Diana added. I filed a complaint with the Stolen Valor Commission, Richard said. There's no such commission. You're making things up. See? Doesn't even know basic military facts, Uncle Frank said. Diana and I are filing a lawsuit tomorrow. You fraudulently accepted inheritance money based on false military service. You're suing your own brother? Protecting what's rightfully ours. Grandma Rose stood up. This is outrageous. You should be ashamed. Stay out of this, Mom, Uncle Frank warned. I will not. Marcus served his country. I can't show classified documents. That's a federal crime. Convenient excuse, Diana smirked. 2 weeks later, legal papers arrived. They were suing me for $175,000. The extra inheritance our parents left me. I called Grandma Rose. They actually did it. I know, Richard's told everyone, even the neighbors. Why is he doing this? Jealousy. Your father was always prouder of you. What should I do? Fight. The truth will come out. I might have to reveal classified information. Then reveal it. Some promises aren't worth your life being destroyed. I stared at the summons. 8 years of secret operations, and my biggest battle would be against my own family in court. I walked up the courthouse steps alone. Richard and Diana waited with their attorney, Pearson. Still time to settle, Pearson smirked. Admit you lied, return the money, public apology. Not happening. Grandma Rose sat behind me while Richard, Diana, Aunt Elaine, and Uncle Frank filled the plaintiff's side. Judge Martinez entered. The defendant is representing himself? Yes, Your Honor. Pearson's opening. This is a simple case of stolen valor and fraud. Marcus Wilson falsely claimed military service to gain financial benefit. My turn. I served 8 years in operations I'm legally bound not to discuss. Pearson called Kevin Barton from Veterans Alliance. What did you find investigating Mr. Wilson's claims? No record of Marcus Wilson in special operations, Poe. Is that unusual? Extremely. Even classified operatives have basic records. During cross-examination, Mr. Barton, are participants in special access programs records publicly accessible? He shifted. Not complete ones, but thank you. Richard testified next. Marcus claimed he couldn't attend Dad's funeral because he was deployed. Dad left him extra money for serving his country. It never added up. Did I ever ask for that money? I countered. No. Aunt Elaine testified tearfully about feeling duped. Uncle Frank followed. As a Vietnam veteran, it makes me sick. Real veterans don't hide behind classified excuses. Diana delivered the knockout. Marcus once got drunk and admitted he never deployed overseas. Said it was easier to let people think he was a hero. That's a complete lie. Control yourself, Judge Martinez warned. By mid-afternoon, I was drowning. The judge looked skeptical. Pearson closed. No records, no witnesses, just convenient excuses. In my closing, operations remain secret because lives depend on it. Do you have any evidence? Judge Martinez asked. I do, but can only show you privately. I request in-camera review. Pearson objected. If such documents existed, they would have been disclosed. I couldn't legally disclose them without clearance. Judge Martinez nodded. I'll review them in chambers. 30-minute recess. I handed her a sealed envelope with a phone number. Direct line to Commander Thomas Jenkins at the Pentagon. He can confirm my service. When we reconvened, Judge Martinez entered with a completely different expression. Respect. Judge Martinez cleared her throat, silencing the whispers. I've contacted the Department of Defense directly. A representative will be joining us shortly. Richard leaned over to Pearson. What's happening? I don't know, Pearson whispered back, but stay calm. 20 minutes later, a military officer in full dress uniform entered. Colonel Westbrook, according to his nameplate, carried a leather portfolio stamped with government seals. Your Honor, I have authorization to disclose limited information regarding Marcus Wilson's service record. Pearson stood. Objection. This is highly irregular. Overruled. Please proceed, Colonel. Colonel Westbrook opened the portfolio. With special clearance from the Secretary of Defense, I am authorized to confirm that Marcus Wilson served 8 years in a classified Joint Special Operations Task Force, conducting missions that remain classified. However, I can disclose the following. The courtroom was completely silent as he read. On April 17, 2014, Sergeant Wilson led an extraction team into hostile territory after a diplomatic mission was compromised. Under heavy fire, he secured the safety of 3 State Department officials and 2 injured team members, earning the Distinguished Service Cross, which was presented in a private ceremony. Richard's face drained of color. Additionally, Sergeant Wilson participated in 14 classified operations across 3 continents, sustaining injuries during 2 of these operations, for which he received Purple Hearts. Uncle Frank stared at the floor. Aunt Elaine covered her mouth. His full service record contains multiple commendations that remain classified for national security reasons. The absence of public records was intentional and authorized at the highest levels. Judge Martinez thanked Colonel Westbrook, who nodded at me before departing. In light of this evidence, this case is dismissed with prejudice. She looked directly at Richard. Mr. Wilson, I find your lawsuit not only meritless but malicious. You have deliberately attempted to damage your brother's reputation and extract money to which you have no legal claim. Richard stammered, Your Honor, I had no way of knowing. You had every way of knowing. You chose disbelief over trust. You chose greed over family. Court dismissed. The aftermath was swift. Outside the courthouse, reporters who'd caught wind of the unusual proceedings swarmed Richard and Diana. How does it feel to falsely accuse a decorated veteran? Did you sue your own brother for money? Will the Veterans Alliance issue an apology? 2 weeks later, Richard's bank put him on administrative leave pending an ethics review. The Veterans Alliance publicly apologized to me. Richard's social media was flooded with condemnation. Diana called me a month after the trial. I've left Richard. I can't be with someone who would do this to their own brother. That's between you two. Uncle Frank and Aunt Elaine showed up at my apartment with a gift basket. We were wrong, Marcus. So wrong. We should have believed you. I kept the door half closed. 8 years of service, and none of you gave me the benefit of the doubt. Not interested in your apologies. Only Grandma Rose remained constant. At her house for coffee, she squeezed my hand. I never doubted you for a second. I know, Grandma. What now? I shrugged. I was offered a security consulting job with the State Department. Better pay, meaningful work. And your family? You're my family. The rest are just people I used to know. Last I heard, Richard lost his promotion and works at a smaller branch now. Diana filed for divorce. Uncle Frank isn't welcome at veterans events anymore. Sometimes vindication isn't about forgiveness. Sometimes it's about walking away knowing you stood your ground while they fall on theirs. That's the end of Marcus's story. What would you do if you were in his position? Would you ever forgive family members who publicly accused you of stolen valor and sued you? Or is some betrayal too deep for second chances? Do you think Marcus made the right choice by cutting ties with everyone except Grandma Rose? Or should family always get another chance regardless of how they've wronged you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this revenge story, hit that like button and subscribe for more compelling stories about standing your ground against toxic people. Thanks for watching.